Hello and welcome to part 2 of my bookshelf tour. We'll be showing you my second shelf, and yes, I'm wearing the same top because I filmed it all on the same day. But let's just get straight into it because there's a lot of books to show you in this part. Okay, over here we have my top shelf, which is all sci-fi and vampire books, which I can't keep in the shot, so you can see them up there. And then we move down into more kind of paranormal-ish, urban fantasy-ish kind of books. And there's more down here, but we'll get to them when we get to them. The top shelf I can't actually show you, but I will show you the books on it. So, we have Shatter Me, Ignite Me, and Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi, Darkest Minds and Netherfade by Alexandra Bracken, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, and The Host by Stephenie Meyer, Department 19 and Department 19 The Rising by Will Hill. Then we have the entire Lunar Chronicles, so we have Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter. Then we have the Artemis Fowl series, so we have Artemis Fowl, The Arctic Incident, The Eternity Code, The Opal Deception, The Lost Colony, The Time Paradox, and The Atlantis Complex. Then we have The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa, and The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. And last on this shelf we have Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and The Last Sacrifice. Now we're on the shelf you can actually see. We have Buffy Tales of the Vampire Slayer Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City and Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs, Wicked by Gregory Maguire, Heartless by Marissa Meyer, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. Then, The Diviners and Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray make an appearance. Moving on, we have The Bone Season and The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon, Talon, The Iron King and the Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa, The Summoning, The Awakening and The Reckoning by Kelly Armstrong, Girl at Midnight and The Shadow Hour by Melissa Gray, American Gods and Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, Tithe, Valiant and Ironside by Holly Black, and the last book on this shelf is More Than This by Patrick Ness. As you can see, this shelf is a bit of a leftover kind of paranormally fantasy stuff, and then we have some high fantasy over here. So we will start on this side as per usual. We have The Young Elites, The Rose Society, and The Midnight Star by Marie Lu, The Demon King, The Exiled Queen, and The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chimer. And lastly on that pile we have Star-Crossed, Dreamless, Trial by Fire, and Firewalker by Josephine Angelini. We have Timekeeper by Tara Sim. I really wanted to love this book. Then we have Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom, all by Leigh Bardugo. Seraphina by Rachel Hartman, The Colour of Magic, Guards, Men-at-Arms, and Feet of Clay by Terry Pratchett. The Ranger's Apprentice, The Ruins of Gorlan by John Flanagan. The Burning Bridge, The Icebound Land, Oakleaf Bearers, and Sorcerer in the North, all by John Flanagan. Then we have The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, The Search for Wanderer by Tony DiTerlizzi, and Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. Finishing off this shelf, we have just a couple of odd books. So we have His Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman, The Gunslinger by Stephen King, The Steel Remains by Richard Morgan, and Pathfinder by Orson Scott Card. Then the final shelf that I'm going to take the books out of is this high fantasy shelf we have here. So we have Eragon, Eldest, Rasinga, and Inheritance by Christopher Paolini, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabata here, and Eon Rise of the Dragoneye by Alison Goodman. We have Luck in the Shadows by Lynn Flueling, The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, The Magician's Guild by Trudy Canavan, The Assassin's Curse by Cassandra Rose Clark, Falling Kingdoms, Rebel Spring, and Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes, The Painted Man by Peter V. Brett. I believe this is called The Warded Man in the US, if anyone's curious. And lastly, we have Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Assassin's Apprentice, Royal Assassin, and Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, Theft of Swords, Rise of Empire, and The Heir of Novron by Michael J. Sullivan. We have The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. There is one more shelf down here that you can. There's two more shelves, but I'm not going to show you them. But you can just kind of see we've got some miscellaneous kind of books, Alex Rider stuff that is a bit old, Roald Dahl, Fifth Wave. These are all annuals and stuff, so I'm definitely not going to show you them. But yeah, that's my last shelf on this one. Thank you so much for watching my part 2 of my bookshelf tour. That was like a big shelf, so we have one more shelf to show you, and that is mostly this one, my favourite shelf. So you will see that soon, so goodbye.